Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wa sayyidil mursaleen, Nabiyyina Muhammad wa alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. We're starting today from the ayah number 144. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. Again, the topic is Tahweel al-Qibla, the changing of the Qibla. It was a very big issue in that time. It's not so easy. That's why you can see the ayah repeated many times. The change of Qibla created heavy confusion among the weak Muslims in Medina and Munafiqun, and then Kuffar of Bani Israel and Quraysh, Makkah Quraysh, all of them found a good point to have the heavy propaganda against Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, against Islam. See, he is praying some days to Makkah. For some years when he was in Makkah, he came to Medina, gone to Bayt al-Aqdas, Masjid al-Aqsa, Bayt al-Maqdis. Now again changed to Makkah. What is it? So it is a good point for them to have the heavy propaganda against Islam and Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that he's not sent by Allah as a prophet. He's playing with people. This was the main issue, and it was really heavy propaganda against Islam and the Prophet. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioned in many ayats, even today as repetition. So the first ayah today, 144, we have certainly seen the turning of your face, O Muhammad, toward the heaven, and we surely turn you to a Qibla with which you will be pleased. So turn your face toward Al-Masjid al-Haram, and wherever you believers are, turn your faces toward it in Salah. Indeed, those who have been given the scripture well know that it is the truth from their Lord, and Allah is not unaware of what they do. So as we said yesterday, probably touched it, Rasulullah was 16 or 17 months praying in Medina for a strategic reason, and then he was always looking up when Allah will give command, okay, now to Allah, to the Baytullah, to the house of Allah, to Makkah. Turn again, this is the Qibla, because this is the Qibla of his forefather Ibrahim, this is the original house of Allah. So Allah is saying, I know how many times you have been looking that when the command of Allah will come. Okay. There is a hadith. Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu said here that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Al-bayt qiblatun li ahli al-masjid, wal-masjid qiblatun li ahli al-haram, wal-haram qiblatun li ahli al-ard fi mashariqiha wa magharibiha min ummati." Okay, maybe not very strong in authenticity. However, this is a riwayah that al-bayt is the qibla of the people of the masjid. Once you are in Masjid al-Haram, your qibla is the Kaaba straight, because you can see it. Once you are in the whole Haram city of Mecca, then they cannot see the Kaaba. They may see Masjid al-Haram, they can see minaret. So this is their Qibla. And when we are not in Haram, outside the Haram, wherever in the world, neither we see Kaaba nor we see the Masjid al-Haram. Even we cannot see the Makkah, whole town. Okay? But we can see when we face, like we pray now this direction. Can we say, everybody of us, that we are exactly towards the Kaaba?
No.
Pinpoint. Cannot. Can you make sure that it is at least Masjid al-Haram? Maybe, may not. But we can consider at least we are facing al-Haram itself. Haram is a wider area. You know, when you come out of the city of Makkah, Meccan people of Makkah, when to make Umrah, they need to go to outside of the Haram. Whole town is Haram. Okay, there is a territory. Town could be extended too much in future. When 30 years ago I visited Tan'im is outside Haram. It was outside of the city of Makkah. Now I can see it entered already in the city. But there is a demarcation, is a marked area. There are pillars written, Bidayatul Haram, Nihayatul Haram, like this. So that will be giving you. Our Qibla today is in fact towards Haram we try to be. So now none of us will claim I'm praying towards Kaaba. No. Difficult to point this way. Neither Masjid Haram, rather whole Haram locality could be reasonably that we are facing. And that is also another terminology. One is Qibla, other one is Jihatul Qibla, or Kaaba or Jihatul Kaaba. So we are Jihad, that direction is not exactly pointed to the Qibla itself. Like direction from here, from the many parts of the Europe is southeast, is it? Yeah, southeast. When we were back home in the subcontinent, we were saying our Qibla is towards west. People of Morocco making their Qibla is towards a little bit of east, I believe, like this. So American people is towards probably north, something like that.
There is a controversy in America.
Yeah, there is two kinds. One is
last month I was there. A friend of mine built a mosque, and direction was southeast, and now they convert that northeast.
This is a big issue in America and Canada, some part of that world, South America, North America, because this whole planet is like a ball, al-Quratul Ardiyya. Okay, so it is not flat like this. You can see this floor is flat. This floor, you can look, it's flat. It's not like this, okay? So, wherever we go, we can see whole planet is flat like this. No, it is not the case. It is a globe size, is it? The globe. So, some people could be up, some people could be down in that sense. So now the American people, should we follow like the arrow from America directly to the Kaaba, or we should climb through the level of the ground level to go? This is make big difference, in the direction. So that's why this ikhtilaf is there. However, what is the majority people will consider should be okay. I think majority people are agreed. Only very small number of people will make it is an issue of controversy. Anyway. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said then He is bringing Prophet ﷺ towards the right Qibla, which is originally the Qibla of the people from Ibrahim alayhi. Okay, and then he said, those who disagree, opposes and criticizes you and makes propaganda against you of changing Qibla, they know very surely that it is the right message from Allah. It is not your own decision. They know it very surely. How they know it? Because following ayah will tell that they know he is a prophet. يَعْرِفُونَهُ كَمَا يَعْرِفُونَ أَبْنَاءَهُم. They know him as they know their own children. So if they know surely he is a prophet, they know that no prophet will make lie. No prophet will make his own decision in the matter of the deen without hukum of Allah. And it is in the Qur'an. So they know it surely, by knowingly they do propaganda against you. And some of the issues it happened, it is al-haq min rabbihim, it is from Allah. Some people will make propaganda against Muslims, against Islam. One of the issues you can say, like the status of the women in Islam, with respect, with love, with care. Islam has given a very different role to the women than the men. Okay? This is not the Muslims agreed to do so. It is Allah's decision. And Islam means full submission to Allah. Muslims accept Allah's law, Allah's rule, Allah's command. Okay? So in Islam, the earning the bread is not the responsibility of the woman. It is the responsibility of the man. And what is the duty of the women? To manage their house, household duties, all this is a distribution, generally. Although could be some kind of exception, and there is a room for the sister to earn the bread as well if they want to, and the facility available, but not compromising their main duty as a mother, as a wife, and other things. So some people will criticize Muslims for that. Well, they are putting women behind the curtain and all these. So it is not our choice. It is the deen of Allah, hukum of Allah, al-haqqu min rabbihim. So when this kind of propaganda comes, Muslim thinks, well, we are so much blamed for something. So let the sister in front line, so it will solve the problem. So this some people think. Bring the sister in front line, so they will be not criticizing us anymore. No. Al-haqqu min rabbihim. We have to accept. It is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's rule, His law and His command. People will be talking. They talk about Qibla, changing Qibla. Prophet ﷺ did not, give it up. Allah said, go carry on. The same way, many of the Islamic instructions, rules, and qawaneen, we have to accept that it is the very fundamental belief of us, fundamental halal and haram. We can't make any compromise with this. Then the following ayah 145, وَلَئِنْ أَتَيْتَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابَ بِكُلِّ آيَةٍ مَا تَبِعُوا قِبْلَتَكَ وَمَا أَنْتَ بِتَابِعٍ قِبْلَتَهُمْ وَمَا بَعْضُهُمْ بِتَابِعٍ قِبْلَةَ بَعْضٍ وَلَئِنِ اتَّبَعْتَ أَهْوَاءَهُمْ مِنْ بَعْدِ مَا جَاءَكَ مِنَ الْعِلْمِ إِنَّكَ إِذًا لَمِنَ الظَّالِمِينَ. And if you brought to those who are given the scripture every sign, they would not follow your Qibla. Nor will you be a follower of their Qibla. Nor would they be followers of one another's Qibla. So, if you were to follow their desires after what has come to you of knowledge, indeed you would then be among the wrongdoers. What I said before, it confirms here now. Okay? Although issue is Qibla, but its whole deen is, and all ahkam of deen is dealt with here. Okay? Okay. I may also take before this ayah, point of al-Qurtubi mentioned, لا خلاف بين العلماء أن الكعبة قبلة في كل أفق. So it is the agreed opinion of the ulama that Kaaba should be Qibla in all horizon, wherever Muslims are living. وأجمعوا على أن من شاهدها وعاينها فرض عليه استقبالها. If anybody is witnessing Qibla, seeing Kaaba himself, he must face the Qibla. He cannot be like we are southeast, and from here to here. So everybody southeast is not the same southeast, and not exactly towards Qibla. It is a wider range of direction. But once you are in Masjid al-Haram, you have no chance of the wider range. You must try to face Kaaba. If you are praying outside the Masjid al-Haram, the open fire area, then you must make sure you can see Masjid al-Haram is your Qibla. This is the way. Okay. Okay. But وأنه إن ترك استقبالها وهو معاين لها وعالم بجهتها فلا صلاة له وعليه إعادة كل ما صلى. If anybody knows which direction is Qibla and he is not making towards Qibla, then his salah is not valid. He needs to pray it again, because ta'yinul Qibla is rukun, one of the pillars, one of the prerequisites of the salah. Okay. If you don't know how to find the Qibla, then عليه أن يستدل على ذلك بكل ما يمكنه من النجوم والرياح والجبال وغير ذلك مما يمكن أن يستدل به على ناحيته. So if you are somewhere in a very remote area, I have no clue which direction is Qibla, then you need to find out. Either if you know somebody, you ask him. If you don't know, then look at the sunrise, sunset, the mountain and other signs, the star in the sky. In past, people will know which way at night time, from which direction to which direction the star moves. They will be deciding the Qibla from that kind of things in olden days. Today, we can see, look at the sun and moon, how they rise from which direction and they set. That could help us. And also, if you are somewhere like plane journey, you don't know which direction you are going sometimes. Sometimes you could have rough estimation. Sometimes you don't have even rough estimation either. Then you ask people around you. If they are Muslim, if they know, good. If they don't know and that they are not Muslims, at least ask them which way is, as I said last week, which way is east or west, or north or south. Then you can have your own calculation to make and then pray. This is the tahallul. If you are in a place, you can't see sun, moon, or anything, you don't have anyone to ask, you are alone, then what you do? You do your minimum taharri fil qalb, in your heart. For a little while, which way it should be? Little bit of taharri. Then your heart tells this direction, that direction, that direction, follow that. And after that, somebody came, you prayed wrong direction, Qibla is other direction. He was not there at that time. Alhamdulillah, prayer is valid. But if you didn't ask him, didn't do any taharri, you just pray tawakkal, khalas, without asking, without verifying anybody, then he said, you pray to wrong direction, you need to pray again. So taharri means to make sure to do your best. To do your best to find out the right Qibla. And it has phases and it has different levels. You need to perform that up to the haqq of it. After that, alhamdulillah, if it's the wrong direction, you'll be not responsible. It's my way. Also, Imam Qurtubi mentioned, وَمَنْ جَلَسَ فِي الْمَسْجِدِ الْحَرَامِ فَلْيَكُنْ وَجْهَهُ إِلَى الْكَعْبَةِ. If you are going to Hajj and Umrah, and you got a chance to stay there 1 or 2 years, you are Imam, mashallah, some people go, you do ibadah, salah, tawaf, and then you sit down, you are tired now, relaxing, taking rest. So he is recommending, once you are inside the Masjid al-Haram, you just sit down towards your Kaaba. Don't do other way. Even some people could say, even you sitting down in the masjid, don't do other way. Like this masjid, if you lean on this wall, you are totally other way. And its hukum is not like hukum of Haram and Kaaba. It's different, of course, but still some people could appreciate this way much better. But in Mecca, it is much more recommended that you never give back to that Kaaba, rather you face it. Okay, and he said, وَيَنْظُرُ إِلَيْهَا إِيمَانًا وَاحْتِسَابًا. And you can look at Kaaba while you're relaxing with the iman and ihtisab. With the iman, this is the أَوَّلُ بَيْتٍ وُضِعَ لِلنَّاسِ. Remember this Quranic ayah, it is the first house built on the planet for the people to do ibadah of Allah. And ihtisab, that, oh Allah, this is the house of Allah. So this is your house, I'm here, oh Allah, I appreciate so much that you brought me here. I can see it. While many people pray every day, millions and billions are praying towards this house. Many of them have hope and they wish they can come to this masjid for Umrah and Hajj. Many of them don't get chance in their life at all. They cry with this and they die. How many percentage? 1 or 2%? will be coming, is nearer to 5% at all? No, I don't think so, coming to visit Mecca. Most of the people are poor Muslims. They don't have enough means to come for Hajj and Umrah. So once you go there, you do have all this appreciation and ihtisab al-ajr from Allah. فَإِنَّهُ يُرْوَى أَنَّ النَّظْرَ إِلَى الْكَعْبَةِ عِبَادَةٌ. Looking at Kaaba itself is considered as ibadah. With this love and respect and appreciation of Allah. Said by Ata al-Mujahid, the great Tabi'un, they said, looking at the Kaaba is considered as ibadah. But don't do other way like some people do some bid'ah there. When they finish their Hajj and Tawaf and Umrah, when they go back, they walk backward. They say, don't give your back to the Kaaba, rather your face and go back this way. This is a complete bid'ah. There is no evidence. Don't do bid'ah over there. If you do bid'ah over there and you want, Allah will be appreciating, or you get Allah's anger rather than appreciation this way. We have to follow. We can't do ourselves own way of our ibadah. Our emotion, our idea can't bring. It is the deen. We only follow the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Did Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam did walk this way? No. So why you be walking? You know better than Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? You have to respect Kaaba more than Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? No. So this is the principle we need to fix. Also, you have a good point that when you sit down, you don't give like your feet like this to your Kaaba. Maybe also a good adab. However, this is somebody is not doing with the niyyah of ibadah, so we will not call it as a bid'ah. But the one who is coming backward, he is considering as it is an ibadah. That's why that is bid'ah. Worse. Now, Imam Qurtubi mentioning another issue. في هذه الآية حجة واضحة لما ذهب إليه مالك ومن وافقه في أن المصلي حكمه أن ينظر أمامه لا إلى موضع سجوده. Imam al-Qurtubi is saying Imam Malik is right to say the musalli, the person who is praying, his face is towards Kaaba. That he need to look like this towards Qibla, not towards the earth. This is the difference of opinion among the scholars. Many of the scholars' opinion is وقال الثوري وأبو حنيفة والشافعي والحسن بن حي يستحب أن يكون النظر إلى موضع سجوده. So majority of the scholars' opinion, yes, your face is towards Kaaba, but you don't look physically. Rather, you look towards the place of sajda. Your face is towards Kaaba, but your eyes are towards place of sujood. This is the majority of ulama consider. وقال شريك القاضي ينظر في القيام إلى موضع السجود. But Shuraik al-Qadi, a scholar, he given more breakdown. He said, when the qiyam is standing, then one may look at the place of sujood, وفي الركوع إلى موضع قدميه, in the ruku time to the place of his feet. Okay? And of his sujood ila mawdi anfihi, and sajda time, a place of his nose. Okay? Of il qu'ud ila hijrihi, and when he sits down for at-tahiyyat, then on his looking at his lap. So this way is more clear how where your eyes will go in the salah. Okay? Then that ayah concluded, Allahu bighafilin amma ya'malun. Allah is not unaware of what they do. هو إعلام بأن الله تعالى لا يهمل أعمال العباد ولا يغفل عنها. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala never unaware of any action we do. So it is to make us, we are always conscious about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is watching, He is basir, He is alim, He is khabir, He is alim. So all this we need to know. However, coming to the following ayah which I decided and translated, ayah number 145, in this ayah, the point of Imam Qurtubi rahmatullah alayhi, he said, if you bring people a book, every ayah, every sign, they will be never following your Qibla. لأنهم كفروا وقد تبين لهم الحق وليس تنفعهم الآيات. The Prophet ﷺ is a bit, shocked that I am bringing from Allah, and they are making it is big propaganda against me now. Why I'm changing the Qibla? He is trying how to convince them. When in the media something against Islam comes, people are very worried. Okay, let us give right message to them. Go to them. They give interview and they do more disaster. Sometimes they want to. We can. وَلَنْ تَرْضَ عَنْكَ الْيَهُودُ وَلَا النَّصَارَى حَتَّى تَتَّبِعَ مِلَّتَهُمْ. You cannot make them, they are happy upon you until you follow their millah. Something, the reality, Prophet ﷺ says, accept the reality, don't have too much hope. This is the case, okay? Everything you try to convince them, you will be not able to convince them. Okay? مَا تَبِعُ قِبْلَتَكَ وَمَا أَنْتَ بِتَابِعٍ قِبْلَتَهُمْ. Of course, you are not allowed to follow their Qibla. Okay, let them, why we are fighting, let us make some compromise. Okay, some day to your Qibla, another day to our Qibla altogether. No, that cannot happen. Like Kufar of Makkah came in Makkah. Okay, Muhammad, we are having too much fight within us. Fitna in our community, in our society, disagreement. Let us, we do some kind of unified deen, some kind of compromise. Some days we will be joining your salah to your Allah, and some days you join us in our salah to our deities. So there is no fight, peaceful cohabitation, mashallah. Peace and harmony. Peace and harmony is good, that of course we will be not engaging fighting and racial tension and religious hatred. No, we don't do all this. But lakum dinukum, you follow your deen, we'll follow our deen. So giving the Muslims that you should have confidence to follow your deen. And of course they will be following their deen, you cannot change from there. La ikraha fi din, you cannot change their deen. And never think, well, can we make one religion by all Abrahamic religion? Some people try to do so. No. Lakum dinukum waliya din. So, in the matter of many things in social engagement, yes, we can agree. تعاونوا على البر والتقوى ولا تعاونوا على الإثم والعدوان. But there is a principle of the deen, very fundamental matter of deen. We cannot make any kind of compromise. That is lakum dinukum waliya din. As Imam Qurtubi said, وَمَا أَنْتَ بِتَابِعٍ قِبْلَتِهِمْ. We are not going to follow their Qibla. Means أي فلا تركن إلى شيء من ذلك. Okay, you don't go to consider anything of that. Okay, then Allah also said أن اليهود ليست متبعة قبلة النصارى ولا النصارى متبعة قبلة اليهود. They themselves, why you Muslims are concerned that you need to make compromise with them? They, Christians, don't do follow Qibla of Yahud, and Yahud don't do follow the Qibla of the Nasara. Okay? Then a warning. We know we need warning, but through him warning is coming to us. Very clear message. وَلَئِنِ اتَّبَعْتَ أَهْوَاءَهُمْ مِنْ بَعْدِ مَا جَاءَكَ مِنَ الْعِلْمِ إِنَّكَ إِذًا لَمِنَ الظَّالِمِينَ. This is a very important principle here. So if you are to follow their desires after what has come to you of knowledge, indeed, you would then be among the wrongdoers. So we have to be strong with our fundamentals of the deen. Cannot give it up. Whatever is the media propaganda, whatever is the religious hatred we face, we have to be firm with the matter of deen.